What's up, everybody? To my fellow car lover and my fellow viewer. So today, our group are gonna review about a car. So, as you can see in front of me, is a Honda Civic EG8, a car that affordable in the market and suitable for people who want to buy his first car. So, in the end of the video, you have to know about his design, his interior, his engine, and his performance. You know what I'm saying? So, let's not waste any time. I will call Mrs. Jericho, our specialist technician, and he's gonna talk about his background of this car. So, stay tuned, everybody.
You know, in 1991, Honda, they had just recently released this new generation of the Civic called the EG8. Also dubbed by the Malaysians the Honda Civic Vario. Now, originally this engine had a D15 non-VTEC. However, as time went by, just the normal wear and tear, the engine, well, I would say they just went to the moon. And so a new engine has been swapped in the Civic, which originally came from a Honda CRX, also bearing the D15 engine, but VTEC. However, it is not what everyone wants in the Honda VTEC, which is the double overhead cam system. It only had a single overhead cam system. But all in all, this will still be a good daily driver for everyone. And now, this Honda Civic, as in stock form, having let's say the D15 engine, has a 0 to 100 time of 12 seconds. However, this car now, as I have explained earlier, has been engine swapped from a CRX, so the 0 to 100 time has reduced to 10.2 seconds. It has a red line of 9,000 RPM in total, in which it begins at 7,200 RPM. And it goes, and as far as the speedometer goes, it goes up to 180 kilometers per hour. But the story behind on why each 90s Japanese automobiles has only reached up to 180 kilometers on their speedometer is because of something called the Gentleman's Agreement. Now, this Gentleman's Agreement consisted of all Japanese automobile manufacturers such as Honda, Nissan, Toyota, and others, in which this gentleman agreement has all of them to produce cars under 300 horsepower, because prior to this gentleman agreement, there has been many recorded cases of fatalities involving those Japanese manufacturers. Now, without further ado, I shall start this car using by the Soul key. But you look at that, 9,000, this baby can definitely sing if you wanted to.
Okay, so guys, we meet again. So this time, I'm gonna talk about the back of the car. As you can see, the tail lights are still beautiful and it still function. Mr. Iqmal, can you press the brake? And the signal, see? It still function. And Mr. Iqmal, can you open the boot? Okay. Hey, it's very heavy, as you can see. Okay, cameraman, come here. Okay, can you take a look at that? I'm sorry for the mess, but it's having a very beautiful what is called a place. You know what I'm saying? It's very big and it's suitable for the kick. And I'm sorry, it's just a joke, okay? Don't take hard, no offense. You see? Okay, see? Okay, so that's it for me, and my friend will continue the review of car.
With the car's performance out of the way, let me show you its features. As you can see, this car has 4 doors, which make it a sedan. It can fit 4 people. It can fit 7 if you try hard enough. And the thing that I really like about this car is this right here. It has a tissue holder. Not many car has a tissue holder these days. So you can fit an entire whole box of tissues here. And also in the center we have lights right here. And also lights right here. Now the center console, which is pretty small, but you can fit something in there. Next we have the ashtray, pretty standard in the 90s for smokers. And we also have a change compartment and cup holders that can be open and closed. So you might be asking, is the car safe enough to be driven on the road? I might say yes, because it is equipped with ABS, which prevents you from locking the brakes. And it also has an airbag, which in the event of collision, it will save the driver. But this car doesn't have the traction control, which makes the car very prone to slippery if a slippery event happens.
Okay, now as you can see, the tire is the most important compartment for the car. So, however, the owner have already modified the tire from Honda original tire to Chinese Air Ocean R15, and for the rim he used the JRD Racing R15, which is 15-inch. However, it's suitable for racing and for daily car. So you guys might gonna ask, it's affordable to buy it? So for me, yes, it's affordable to have it. So it's so nice and so matched with the car. In my observation, what I research, the car, some people said it's from Japan, so it's little confusing for me. So yeah.
Okay, now as we have come round to this car, let's talk about what this engine has. As we have covered in the video, this car has been engine swapped from a Honda CRX. So I don't think you guys have ever seen this now, right? So without further ado, let's see the engine.
A few inches later.
Took 1 year to open, huh? Now, as we all know, this engine has been engine swapped from a Honda CRX, and it has a VTEC.
For those wondering about the VTEC engine, so let me explain. Okay, the VTEC engine, a variable valve, a timing, lift, electronic control. The system used by Honda to improve the engine performance at the various RPM. And why so many people choose a VTEC engine over the other? It's because a VTEC help improve the fuel efficiency at a low RPM, and VTEC allow the engine to operate in two modes. First, at the low medium RPM, the system focus on the fuel efficiency and a better torque, and at the high RPM, the system focus on the generating more power to reach the top speed. So, for example, so that is basically of engine VTEC. Back to the video.
Like, really? Is there anything else that you want besides the VTEC in a Honda? I don't think so, right? But this car has been, well, let's say, minorly modified, you know, to make it much better car to live with. Yeah. I will now walk you through what this car has been done. Okay. Appearance wise, I don't think this thing is in the best condition, but it'll do. Now for the head cover, it has been painted top secret style, or as the owner of this car calls it, the smoky Nagata color, which is gold. iconic, huh? Okay. And for the other parts, well, it's pretty stock. I mean, like radiator-wise, the intakes, the fuel rails, the throttle body, air filter. But there is one thing I would say makes this car different than the others, which is this. By Z-Max, it is a magnetic field power, or as what it called. Even I don't even understand what does it mean. But to the best of my understanding, this basically boosts the fuel pressure within the system. So more fuel can be injected at the correct time to produce more power. I mean, it's a VTEC. If you have a regular fuel pressure, I don't think VTEC's gonna do much, huh? Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Besides the battery being a maintenance one, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So now that we've reached the end of the video, I hope you're convinced that the EG8 is a great car. It has great performance, beautiful interiors, and also comfortable. But most importantly, it's reliable and cheap. Like, this car is 30 years old, but you can still find them relatively cheap nowadays. And on top of that, despite being 30 years old, it still has strong aftermarket support, which means spare parts and other things you want to do to this car that you need to change, they're still available, despite it ended production for like a long time already. Which makes it overall a very great car for those such as ourselves who are like teenagers and young adults who want to get into cars but doesn't have a lot of budget, but still want something that's good and enjoyable. So to recap, the EG8 is a great car for those who are looking for their first car to buy and also to enjoy. Much like how this car has served its owner well for the past few years, the owners had held on to it. Despite its conditions, it still made the owner happy. So that concludes our review. Thanks for watching.